um, move things back a little bit just to, help, let's say, with the process and, have a little more daylight to work with. But, yeah, we're, we had a good productive day and, ready to go.
So you're playing, obviously, the Dolphins this Sunday, and their coach is Brian Flores, a guy who you've known for a long time. He grew up in your program. Wore many different hats for you. How does that relationship change at all when he becomes a head coach for another team? What's it like seeing him kind of have some success down there in Miami?
Well, I mean, obviously it changes a lot from him being on the staff here to him being the head coach in Miami. But yeah, I've been through that my whole career. It's just, long time coaching the NFL, and there's been plenty of that where coaches leave here and coach somewhere else, or coaches who are somewhere else and come here and coach, like Jed last week with the Rams. So I think that's part of the NFL, and you know it's fairly common over the course of the season for that to come up several weeks in the year. And obviously players, it's same thing with the players. So it's there's hardly probably a week in the season where there isn't some kind of crossover between Patriot players on our opponent's team or a player on our team that played for the opponent.
And then last one, do you take any? I mean, he's having a decent amount of success down there this year. I'm sure he'd like to have more, but he's seemingly got them headed in the right direction. Do you take any pride when you see one of your former assistants do well like that?
Well, I mean, the main thing for me is to try to help our team and to do the best job I can here for our players and the Patriots organization. So that's really where my energy is focused.
All right, thanks. That's all I got.
Next question, Mike Giardi, followed by Tara Sullivan.
Morning, Bill. I was wondering how you see them using Kyle Van Noy. Is it similar to the way you guys deployed him in his time in New England?
Yes, I'd say it's similar. Their defensive structure is very similar to ours, and he would fill a similar role there. Same thing with Elandon.
And with regards to their two corners, obviously Xavier Howard is having a sort of all-pro type season. Byron Jones, they spent a lot of money on. Are their styles similar playing-wise? Are they both physical guys, or is there sort of a complement of skills there?
Yeah, I mean, they're both long and do a good job on the line of scrimmage, athletic, fast. Yeah, there's I'd say definitely a symmetry there with the corners.
And how do you feel like your guys have done this year with press coverage and guys being physical with them?
Well, I mean, we've played basically four corners pretty much the whole year. So, but I mean, in general, we've had some good plays, some good days, and then there's others that I'm sure we'd like to have some back. But whatever it is, really it's about our matchups this week against Miami, and that's the focus right now.
Thanks, Bill.
Next question, Tara Sullivan, followed by Chris Ryan.
Morning, Bill. I know you're not prepping for Ryan Fitzpatrick as the starter this game, but you never know, he might make an appearance. Plus, you've prepped to play him many times over your career. I was hoping you would just share a reflection on just, the career he's put together, maybe from your perspective, what it takes for someone who came from Harvard, where he was in the draft, to stick in the league as long as he has. Just sort of an overall impression of, of his career.
Yeah, well, Fitz has had a good career. He's played in a number of organizations and has been productive in all of them really. He's a tough, competitive guy that's probably as tough as any quarterback in the league in terms of being willing to block, you know, not sliding, getting tough yards, things like that. And he's mentally tough. You know, he's can shake things off and, you know, just continue to compete. So I have a lot of respect for him and what he's done.
No regrets about never being able to join the AFC East club? I mean, you've seen him a lot. I guess I'm just making a joke. You're the one team he hasn't played for. Obviously, it just never worked out or wasn't needed for you.
Yeah, well. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question, Chris Ryan.
Morning, Bill.
Hey, Chris.
Wanted to ask you about Josh Uche as well as Juwan Bentley and what you think you've gotten from them this year. Josh acknowledged that he still hasn't found his groove with the Patriots, and just what you've seen from them and your projections.
All right, well, Josh has made steady progress for us. He's a versatile player. He can handle some different roles, and so it's taken a little time for him to adjust and for us to probably fully understand how he functions in those roles and which ones are the best fit for him, depending on what our opponents are doing and what we have to deal with. But he made improvement through training camp, then missed some time, then has come back and played well enough to earn more opportunities on the field. So we'll just continue to see how that goes.
And on Bentley as well, and also a little bit on Adrian Phillips. And do you have a personal preference at this point in having that type of a player like Phillips play in the box, or is it just more of an adjustment to what the personnel dictates in regards to matchups?
Yeah, well, there's always a certain element of matchups with the offense, but in terms of Juwan, he's really taken over the main role as a signal caller on the defense, and is one of our captains, and has a good understanding. He's a smart kid. He has a good understanding of football and football concepts, and has made some big plays for us this year. Like certainly the goal line stop against Arizona, some plays like that. And Adrian, his role has again been a evolution to some basic nickel type defenses, but also based on the opponent and the matchups and the type of personnel groupings and formation that our opponents use. He's fit into those as well. So Adrian's done a good job. He's a good football player and very instinctive. He has a good sense of what's going on. A lot of times can anticipate what's going to happen before the play even starts.
What role does intellect and anticipation play when you're evaluating players that you want to bring in, and how do you go about determining that? Because it seems to be something that throughout your time here has been a common thread, where the guys are smart, they adapt quickly, and they have an intellectual capacity to be able to pick up what you're throwing at them.
Sure. Well, those are all positives. Again, some guys have more of that than others. Some players have more experience than others. That's a big part of it. So, Adrian, has quite a bit of experience playing in the league, and especially this year when we played the AFC West, he had a lot of experience with those teams. But he just has a lot of experience, period. So he's smart and instinctive, and then when you combine that with familiarity he has with some of the opponents that we played, he's able to anticipate quite a few things.
Thanks, Bill.
Sure.
As I show no other hands raised, we'll finish there. Thank you very much, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, great. You're welcome. Thank you.
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan.
Yes!
DD Perks members get a $1 medium hot or iced coffee when you order from the app on Patriots game day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades. And it always takes someone being on your side.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization. For over 160 years, our team has demonstrated a similar mentality. There are no days off. Our front lines are fortified by people who sacrifice individuality for the team. Our shelves are also stocked with the best quality products and ingredients. Our team members know their roles. We're proud to do our jobs. Shaw's, the official supermarket of the 6-time champion New England Patriots.
My Caleb sofa and love seat. With Bob's discount, you get both pieces for just $7.99.
$7.99? Are you joking?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Yes. You look like you're joking.
I'm serious.
Cool.
Get Bob's discount!
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan.
Yes!
DD Perks members get a $1 medium